A new study shows that almost 90% of football players and former football players show signs of chronic traumatic encephalopathy. But area football coaches are trying to keep kids safe. The question is, how?
The degenerative brain disease has been a hot button issue for years. Our own Kurtis Quillin spoke with the coach earlier today and joins us now. Kurtis.
Doug, Leslie, while helmets are largely associated with head injuries, one high school football coach in our area says there's another piece of equipment he thinks is equally important in minimizing concussions. Head injuries have been a part of football almost as long as contact has.
When I played, you got your helmet in August and it probably wasn't checked again until November.
Today, more kids play football nationwide and more attention is on head injuries. A new study released Tuesday looked at the brains of 202 former football players from all levels. 87% of brains were diagnosed with chronic traumatic encephalopathy, or CTE. But for one parent in Salado,
as a parent, I have a son who plays football, and I played football. And so you kind of want to know what did this study really find and what is it saying?
And the risk has always been there. He just has a simple request from his son's coach.
Ways to continue to improve the technique of the players on the field and how they're coached to minimize injuries and protect the heads, and also obviously in the materials that are used in the helmets and the equipment.
Between 85 and 88% of the NFL teams wear Rydell. We wear Rydell helmets. You know, they're not supposed to expire for 10 years. None of our kids will wear one that's over 4 at the varsity level.
Alan Hare, entering his second season as the football coach at Salado High School, says he has helmet coordinators assigned to each team who inspect the helmets after every game. While they make sure each one is intact, they also make sure the inflatable liners inside are properly inflated. It's not the only piece of equipment Hare emphasizes either. He says the mouthpiece can help prevent concussions as well.
That's the shock absorber between the jaws.
But technique is also a key, especially tackling form.
We require all coaches to be USA Football heads-up certified, and that's on an annual basis. You have to go through it each year.
Training, which never stops, as high school coaches are always going to classes as well. Hare tells me more and more schools are going to a helmet monitor to make sure they're ready to go each week. He also says Salado recertifies its helmets with Rydell every year, an approach becoming more universal as well in the game of football. Doug, Leslie.
All right, Kurtis, thank you very much.